Hello. I thought I would come in just a little early. Just early enough to give people a chance to jump in. I have the link up here in case you want to join the stream and actually come up here with me for this chat. There's still about a minute. Hello, Carla. How you doing? Can you hear me? Mic's on. Can you hear me? Oh, good. I was a little concerned about whether my mic was doing its job. Oh, really? I suppose there probably is. I'm on StreamYard, but it's working on Facebook. So what have you been doing today? You had your nap? I haven't had my nap yet. I wonder what is going on. I do plan to later. I wonder why there's such a long delay. Oh, anyway. I don't know either. It's weird. Usually it's better than this. If there's anyone else out there who'd like to join in, or if you'd like to jump into the conversation up here, I will put my URL down there again so you can join me in the panel up here. Joe's putting it up right now. I went out. I've got some footage of it, but he hasn't started putting the cloth part on yet. But he's got the structure up. It's looking like it's going to be a big help. You may have to get some anchors, but I have been thinking about on that large plate. I made it much thicker because the thinner, but I think maybe I made it a little too thick on that big white one. You betcha. I tell you what, Joe is. I prayed when I was before I met him. I prayed for God to send someone into my life that He meant for me, and because I was getting introduced to some pretty weird people, but he was a brother of a friend who was okay, brother-in-law of a friend, and then they became friends with our group. Anyway, they all went together and decided I just had to meet this guy. And I was like, the description was, well, he was a little heavy in high school, and he's kind of shy, Oh, and I decided, oh my gosh, this sounds so familiar. So, they said he's a little younger than you. And yeah, I had a flashback to when I was in high school, and I got set up with for a homecoming by my friends with with the boyfriend's brother, one of their boyfriend's brother. He was 2 years younger, and in high school, that's a no-no. And so I was a little leery, but after we met, it took almost making him mad to break the ice. After that, the shyness was gone. We were fine. And I believe God answered my prayer very well. So I can't see the okay. I don't want to do that. I'm looking at my controls over here to see what they do. No. So I don't think I want to give him up for anything. See, I have to turn YouTube off in order to not get feedback or get an echo. So I'm strictly on StreamYard, but it goes to YouTube. That's why it would echo, is because there'd be two of the same thing going. So, but I decided I'd just try an impromptu chat and see what happened, just for the experience. I'm sure you wouldn't either. He's a handyman. He's a good guy. Never had to worry about what he's doing. The only time I've ever worried is if he's a half hour late coming home from work. I know probably it's something to do with the job or something. If he gets to be about an hour late, I get to wondering if something happened on the road, and I'll try to call him. But I think back to the days before cell phones. We'd have had to call, we'd have had to just wait and pray. And if it got too long, hope the cops didn't come to the door or start calling places. So the cell phones, they take some of that stress off. Now I have my GPS on mine. I think he does, but I'm not sure. Even though I'm home all the time, with the GPS on, they can find me if I have a problem. I just don't carry my phone with me everywhere. which is a problem. There might be others out there watching, I just don't know. Yeah, somebody come and join in. Yeah. That was always the biggest problem when your kids were out and they weren't home by curfew. Oh, man. And there weren't cell phones then either. My kids are older than that. And Joe wasn't very trusting of cell phones when they first started. Of course, they had those big honky things. You just see us? Yeah. I don't think I thought there might be somebody listening, which they could be. And if they are, then they're welcome to come in. I just thought I'd try it for a little while and kind of get over some nerves. I need to schedule it better because I do have a moderator now who will give me it, who will help. And I have gone on her channel because she's got the panel thing up there where more than one person can be up. So, but I hadn't done this for a while, so I thought, well, I'll try an impromptu one for just a little while and see how it goes. And I enjoy talking to you. You're a sweet lady. My hair. I moosed it, but even the moose don't handle it for very long. But at least it keeps it out of my eyes. That's the main thing. I could have gone with Joe this morning to where he goes to get a haircut, but I don't know. I just didn't. After you sent me that thing, I was glad I didn't. Lancaster County's only one county up. And that stuff overflows. Just because people may not be getting tested doesn't mean it's not here. Not all the time. Not all the time for what? Oh yeah, that video. It scared me. I had it. Somebody was hollering for me, but I had it up to my ear, listening to it, but I just went ahead and listened to it. I think I gave him a quick answer, but that was about it. But yeah, and it just bothers me that they're still not crediting any classroom with this stuff. I know that they're doing the things that they should be for the classroom, but what gets me is when people get up and walk around. I mean, like at the beginning of a class or at the end of a class, in the halls. I don't know how much control they have over that. When they can sit their seats apart, and require them to wear masks, that helps a lot. But they can't control if somebody's touching a surface and then touching their face, and they can't control if they keep their masks on. I mean, they can if they're monitoring everything, but most schools I know of around here don't have cameras in the halls. Maybe they do by now, I don't know. But even with that, they have so little time to get from one class to another. I can't see how they're not clustering. I am skeptical that way, especially when it comes to anything to do with health. Yes, people do forget. In fact, my daughter had a birthday party for her youngest, who just turned 16. I didn't go because I had a feeling that, the mask wouldn't stay on and they wouldn't be distancing. Joe went and he says, you were right. And my niece just got married, and I had already talked to my sister, and she said no, that they wouldn't be doing all the distancing and stuff. So, and some of them flew in from Seattle, so, or from, well, my sister came from central Nebraska. So it's sad not to see them, but, well, and it was awfully hot that day. Joe said I wouldn't have endured the heat or the hay bales. They had a very rustic wedding. Well, dear, I'm going to hold on till the 20-minute mark, and then we'll close it down. I thank you so much for coming. Like I said, this was just kind of a confidence builder. I'm glad you came in, because even with the delay, just talking and having that feedback, it just gives me more confidence. Next time I'll alert my moderator and plan it like a day or two ahead. Have they had any increase down in Florida on the COVID? Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? I mean, we sent him a gift. Joe went, and he took the gift and stuff, but I don't know. She's probably had so much going on she didn't really notice me missing, but I know. And some of the others might have known, I don't know. But yeah, which one of your grandkids was it? Your grandson or your granddaughter? Yeah, I know. Oh, in Florida. Oh, yeah. It's just sad. I mean, this stuff could have been more under control if every time they lower the risk factor just a little bit, people didn't get nuts and go crazy and go out and mingle. But, people think, okay, Gage County hasn't really had that much, positive, but a lot of people may have been exposed or had it with and thought it was a cold and just never went in and got tested. I don't know how much testing they actually do here. I mean, they probably have it available, but I don't know how many go in. Okay. I'll see you later. Love you, dear. And I'm going to end it now.